Hello and welcome back to another episode of the CQ the Watch Guy podcast with me, CQ the Watch Guy. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's another beautiful day here in Miami at the DavidSW store right outside of the Design District. Before I get started though, I must apologize. We were looking back and we've done over 30 podcast episodes. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in to all the episodes. Those of you who hung around, those of you who've caught the train midway, and those of you who are watching for the first time, thank you so much. But well, I've shown you a little bit of outside. I've shown you that office, this office, in between. I haven't given you a full tour of the space. So right now, without any more ado, I'm gonna do a little bit of video magic, or I should say, Mike, our video magician and our editor, is gonna do a little bit of video magic. I want to take you on a little bit of a tour of the Miami space. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. And hopefully now you're back, and I hope you enjoyed that little preview, that little tour of the Miami space. And I want you to invite you to come anytime, say hi, come have a coffee, come have a cafecito, come talk some watches with us. We love to see you. We are located at 4800 Northeast 2nd Avenue in Miami, Florida. Just a very short drive, about a minute from the Design District. If you're walking, about a 10-minute walk from the main Design District area. You don't need to call for an appointment. If you'd like to call and schedule a specific time to stop by, you're more than welcome to do that. Or if you see something specific on the website that you want to make sure is in the Miami inventory for you to see and try on, feel free to give us a call or WhatsApp or email, and we'll make sure to arrange that for you as well. Usually just takes a day or so for it to pop on down, but we'd love to see you. Come on by, say hi, talk some watches, and check out the space. As you just saw, it's a pretty awesome space, and we love to have fun and entertain and see people and talk watches, right? That's what it's all about. Anyways, let's jump in. So we're getting ready for Geneva. We've got watches coming out left and right, all in the sun. Got the new Longitude, kind of shocked the world with the new sports watch there. Excited to get my hands on that. Man, so next week is going to be just a ton of great content. I'm so excited to be bringing it to you guys. This week we got a bunch of great videos come out as well, but next week we will be in Geneva, me and Michael, so we will be having a ton of content coming out. We'll try to squeeze a podcast straight from Geneva for you as well, but in between there we'll be having a bunch of fun videos of us live at the fair, shooting you a bunch of pieces that we can get our hands on, through the glass, on the glass, through the hands, everything in between there. I'm gonna try to jump in the water. We'll have a bunch of fun, and I'm just very excited to bring some content straight from Geneva over to you guys and get some some real in the flesh, in the metal views of the things that are coming out. So excited. But Tudor said, "Hold my beer, Omega." Omega and Swatch are kind of taking over the waves a little bit, or the main watch nerd space. And Tudor a few days ago just released a new Black Bay Chrono, their beautiful pink dial, in partnership with Inter Miami, kind of through their relationship with David Beckham. And David Beckham is an owner of Inter Miami, so you see how the world kind of connects there. So we have a new Black Bay Chrono pink. I don't know if they have a official Inter Miami blah 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 Black Bay Chrono name. So basically Black Bay Chrono, ceramic black bezel with a nice pink dial on their what they call the 5-link bracelet. I call it, and everybody else call it, the Jubilee bracelet. And I think this is a win. I really think this is a win. Black Bay Chrono is a fun watch. I think having a nice pink dial goes well with Inter Miami, because the Inter Miami colors as well, the pink and black. My only slight hesitation is I hope it's, which I think it is. We're only seeing press photos so far. I don't think they did a release party, so I'm not seeing like Instagram real in the metal photos of the watch. So I'm hoping the dial is more like a matte or a powdery finish to it versus a glossy dial. I prefer that versus like a glossy pink. So once it's like a matte pink, I think it's a win. I think it'll be a very wearable watch if you like some colorful pieces. If you're into Miami fan, if you know, about this a Miami fan, you don't want something unique for your collection. I just think this is a great piece. You know, we were just doing a bunch of prediction videos, and we were looking at a bunch of different brands and what would we want to see coming from them. One brand that we kind of touched on was Tudor, and when you look at Tudor's current lineup, to me, they're so solid. Between what they've been releasing the past 2 years, what they released last year, Black Bay 54, great lineup. Everything really for them is hitting. Everything's moving on the I forgot the phrasing, but everything's, all cylinders are open. All the ships are going. Whatever phrase you want to do. The lineup's nice. It's tight. Everything is sellable. With my retailer hat on, if I was at 80 for Tudor, there's not much holes there I can see. Of course, you can say, listen, the day dates probably aren't the hottest sellers, but there's always going to be something that's not a quick mover, but it's not price crazy, right? It's Tudor at the end of the day. So their prices aren't too crazy. Everything is sellable, in my opinion. Everything looks good. So I think for Tudor, I don't want a new collection. I don't want a new model. I want little updates, little tweaks. Give me a new, let me get a Jubilee bracelet on the chrono, right? Let me get some fun dials. Let me get a nice limited production, but not limited edition, where yes, there'll be some hype. Yes, you'll see a few of these go on the secondary market. Somebody will put it up for a crazy price. But after a while, these will be accessible. These will be something you'll be able to get. I'm sure a bunch of Miami Tudor boutiques will have these relatively available. And after the hype is kind of died down, you'll be able to jump on and get these. 56.75 is a retail. I can't imagine you'll see these for crazy prices again after the initial hype is gone. And this is what, if I'm a fan of Tudor, you want to see. And I am a fan of Tudor. So this is what I want to see. Whether you're a Miami fan or not a Miami fan, you want to see your brand doing really nice, cool little fun pieces that people can get on the wrist, who enjoy those pieces. They're not doing something super out of the ordinary. It's not like 100-piece thing that nobody can get, that's going to be a super cash grab or something like that. I think this is nice, and that keys to me, we're going to see a lot more fun little editions. We already saw kind of the tease, the Daniel Ricciardo F1 piece of that Black Bay with kind of that blue dial, and that looks like it'll be a fun piece as well. And that's what I want to see from Tudor when I go. I hope they do a bunch more of these little fun little tweaks. We don't need a whole new watch from that. I think their lineup is so tight. Everything sells really well. I just want to see consistent moving forward from that. So I think this was a great release. I think this is a early sign that we'll have the 5-link or Jubilee bracelet on the Black Bay Chrono, more pieces announced next month. But I think this is an easy win for them, a win for Tudor fans, and definitely a win for Inter-Miami fans and people who are Tudor fans in Miami as general. I think these will do very well, and definitely a piece that, again, once it's not a glossy dial, something I'm gonna try to get my hands on. Either way, let's jump into our watches of the week. And as always, we have a great lineup for you. Now, make sure you check out DavidSW.com. Hit the new arrivals tab. We have anywhere from 5 to 10 watches going up every night. So you want to make sure to check the new arrivals tab. That's where you see all the new pieces pop up, and they go pretty fast. So make sure if you see something you like, shoot us a message, hit the green WhatsApp tab. It goes directly to somebody's phone. It's a real person. It's not a bot or anything like that. Even when you're chatting, it's not a bot. It's a real person that's speaking with you. We're happy to answer any questions you have. If you need some additional photos, if you want to compare it to another watch, if you just need to just bounce some ideas off of somebody, help you with some trade valuations or something like that, we're available. pretty much any hour of the day. One of my my manager who did a manager pick for me this week. He was up until 4 a.m. with one eye open, helping somebody pick a watch. So we're there almost 24/7. We're available, and if we don't get you immediately, we shoot you a note as soon as somebody wakes up to be able to help you out. So make sure you definitely, if you're interested, if you have a question, shoot us a note because things do move pretty fast. So let's start it off with the JLC, LeCoultre, Geophysic True Second. Big fan of a True Second or deadbeat second watches. I think they're just one of the coolest complications because it's a lot going on in under the hood. But if you don't really know, it seems like it's just a simple thing, a deadbeat seconds. And basically, when you're talking about a true second or a deadbeat second watch, basically your second hand is coming to a full stop every second. And it seems like an easy thing, right? The second hand just stops, it's going. It stopped and it's going. But you need to think about it like when you're driving your car and imagine every second you're coming to a full stop, full acceleration, full stop, full acceleration, and you need to go, I don't know, 10 yards or 100 meters at a time, right? And just think about the power exertion that you need from your car to get up to a certain RPMs, go to a full brake, get up to a certain RPMs, go to a certain brake. And imagine having to do that every second consistently, every minute consistently, every hour, every day, et cetera, et cetera. On a consistent, imagine the wear and tear that would have on your watch. Imagine the power, all these things that need to happen on a consistent basis. So I love those watches because there's so much going on, but to somebody who doesn't know, it just looks like a normal watch. It looks like a quartz watch, right? If you really don't know what's going on. So JLC presents the Geophysic True Second. Geophysic is based on a collection that they've been doing since the 50s. And with this edition that came out in 2015, they refined it a little bit. It says 40, but it's really rated 39.6. So if you're, thinking 40 is a little bit too big, I dare you to challenge yourself to stretch and wear this watch. Fully in-house movement, upgraded a little bit on the finishing as well when they did this edition. In 2015, a lot of upgraded parts on escapement as well. JLC really did a lot under the hood. But again, this is a watch guy's watch. This is one of those pieces where a lot of things are done under the hood. The dial is clean, it's simple, it's time only, it's date and the 2 seconds. So it's not screaming across the room or anything, but under the hood, there's just so much going on. But, with looking at it, it's clean, it's beautiful, it's classy. On the black strap, it's nice. I would have a lot of fun with this because it is a wearable watch. I would put a brown strap on this. I would put a blue strap on this. I would make it a little bit more casual or a little bit more work dress, if that makes sense. So I'm not just only doing it in a dress environment, but I would have a lot of fun with this. $13,575 full set piece. If this was any other brand, this would be double the price. Any other brand, double the price. I'm just saying it because JLC won't say it. They're a quiet brand. They just kind of keep their heads down and give great product, give great value to the world. And that's why they're a brand that I enjoy so much, especially on a secondary market, because you could just swipe great value, get a piece that is just amazing and take it home and enjoy it. And listen, not everybody in the world know what you have, but you know what you have. And you flip this watch over, you put a loop on it, and you do the research and you're like, oh my gosh, like, this is insane. It should be twice the money. So definitely check out this JLC Geophysic. Moving on down the chain, another great one popped in. The Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chronograph Silver Dial. This is the second generation. Easy way to tell the second generation. You got the big date at 12 o'clock. I love the second generation Overseas. Something about it, it just has a beautiful character, a little less portly on the case compared to the third generation as well. And something about that big date, I don't know what it is, but something about that really just ties the dial together in a beautiful way. Great price on this one. This doesn't have the papers, but the price reflects it, $18,575. If you remember just last year or 2 years ago, where these were going, even without box and papers, well into the 20s, low to mid 20s, easily without papers. So to see this at $18,575 for excellent condition piece, to me is a great deal. And what you get with a second generation Overseas is a luxury sports watch on an integrated bracelet, something that you can wear as a daily driver easily. and have something that's in that higher echelon, something that's giving you everything you'd want from something that's from one of the, the Holy Trinity brands, but it's a brute. You could wear it, you could beat it up, it's screw down crown, screw down pushers, you can enjoy, you could get it wet, it could do anything you want it to do, but it could still hang around, in the cocktail hour and still play well. This is a James Bond type watch, shaken, not stirred, and definitely not afraid to get in, mix it up if it needs to get mixing up. If the things need to get mixy, the overseas is ready to get mixed up with you, It's one of those watches, it'll take a few scratches, it'll polish right up. And I think, a well-rounded collection, if you're somebody who's thinking about, those luxury sports, higher end watches, you can't go wrong with a second gen overseas. Even if you just have it for a few years, definitely worth enjoying and experiencing some good memories with a second gen overseas. And the white dials, to me, have a beautiful, I think personally, second gen white dial, third gen blue dial is my personal rankings. And I think 18.5, I take this all day. I think this is a win. Moving down the chain, a really cool rubber clad popped in. So AP Royal Oak Offshore 25940 SK. So this is like an OG rubber clad, full set 2006. So this is one of the original runs of the rubber clad. Why I love this one so much. So this is a full set, service March 2024. So just came back from service this month, still fully wrapped up from the AP service. So still a little bit of that Swiss air from Le Brossu, still, I'm trying to pronounce that wrong, still in there. Now, one of my only gripes with rubber clads on the secondary market, if you're not buying it from a really good dealer, is they can get a little beat up on the bezel. It's rubber, right? Underneath that rubber bezel is depending on the metal, it'll either be a steel inner bezel or a gold inner bezel. So if you get that watch and it's too beat up, you got to service it, you got to replace the bezel. You may be paying $1,000, maybe it's $1,500 now. If it's gold, forget about it, $2,000-$3,000, right? So these, I really like to find them recently serviced, or at least that bezel. I need that bezel very, very tight, just because I don't want to have to replace that bezel. Even if I service a watch, I don't have to deal with replacing the bezel or have my client replacing the bezel. So anytime that I can get a full set recently serviced, or like this super recently serviced, as in still with the plastic on it, within this month service, I jump on it, right? If I'm somebody who's looking for rubber clad, looking for that generation of the Offshore, because you get something that's perfect, you're not gonna have to worry about servicing it for a long time. You get to put fresh markings on the rubber bezel. The pushers are fresh and everything, because that's the only knock on the older rubber clads, right? Is that the pushers can get worn down and the bezel can get worn down. But when you get it in a super fresh condition like this is everything you want. And now the prices for these have kind of equalized and stabilized in a really nice price point under 20,000. So this 19,475 full set and fully serviced for March this month. I think this is a great watch to take a peek at if you're somebody who's been eyeing, those early generation Offshores, those early generation themes. You've been thinking about a classic rubber clad. This is the variation that you want to go for. Classic variation, one of the early series runs, but fully serviced, fresh bezel on there, and you don't got to worry about, you pick it up, you take that plastic off, enjoy your watch. Don't worry about the headaches. That is what it's all about, my friends. All right, last up, we have Jose's pick. So Jose's pick of the day is a beautiful Day-Date 40 228235 rose gold with the Sundust diamond baguette dial. He chose this watch today because it is a very beautiful sunny day out, and he said this is a perfect watch to wear on a beautiful sunny Miami day. And you know what? I agree with him. I love a good Day-Date. I love a good Day-Date 40. The Sundust style is nice. It's a beautiful, soft style. It's not overpowering. So when you put the baguettes on it, it blends in beautiful, because the baguettes as well, they don't overpower the dial. So they work together in a beautiful symphony and synchronization, whatever word you want to put there, a beautiful ballet on the dial, right? Ballet for the eyes, it's amazing. And yeah, just I love a good dated, I love a good Ever Rose. It's a looker, full set. This one's from March 2021. We do have it here in Miami as well. 49,875 is the price. Come on down, see Jose. He'd love to talk to you about this piece. And he'd love to see you wear it in the beautiful Miami sunshine. And that is it for today, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you come on down to the Miami store if you're in Miami or the South Florida area. Come on by, say hi. I'm CQ the Watch Guy, and remember, buy what you love.